Yes, hello for the casted game. Right now, we are the most hated map on the Red Alert 3, Carwell. And interestingly enough, this is an FFA. Of course, the title of this game was, oh, everyone attacked me, it was a one versus all, which mostly happened on the Carwell. And for the good reason, you should not play Carwell. So let's check our players. We have Libra on the green, Kev, Empire, Hello Baby, Malwin, Beşiktaş, Lynx. So quite composite game. We have Soviet Empire and allies, as usual. So on the mid side, this is where most of the action will happen, I believe. The Soviets and the Empire will quickly clash against each other. On the bottom side, we have two allies. For now, the best is this allies player and this Empire player. They can freely expand, ignore everything happening on the rest of the map. After all, they're not very close with the enemies. Some infighting for the garrisons happening for the allies side, and we have to witness the first battle. So that's the first question I can ask. Why do you get conscript against Empire? That doesn't make any sense. After all, Empire can shred all of the conscripts that you can possibly pump away, even if you have single barracks. This guy is double dojo, and you know this is an FFA. Okay, I believe this guy is a bit new to this game. No rally points, no nothing, sentry gun, a war factory as if it's going to do anything. Even he's roaring with the bears. Well, it stunned one infantry, which is nice. I can easily say the red will take the rest of the island, meanwhile blue and the green wrestling for this section of the map. We get to see an airfield. Nothing yet, only infantry. But the green allies is now pushing forward with MCV, maybe for expansion spot or for a quick turret to consolidate his position of this section of the map. When you play here, you have to take down at least this spot. If you take it, you can harass this ore refinery, secure this ore refinery, and even expand to DC if you're playing allies. But our guy will be more aggressive, let's say. Even a turret has been destroyed. Because after all, these buildings are now full with the peacekeepers, and it will be quite difficult to empty them away. Now he resigned his barracks. I think he will leave this spot. Well, the Soviet is struggling, but our empire is a little bit, let's say, chill. He's getting even mecha bay. Like, position of this mecha bay is quite awkward, I have to say. Well, that was precautious. I mean, the Empire scattered his own units before even the sickle does the flare jump. The Orange Empire is a little bit angry for the allies. He doesn't want to lose the spot. He doesn't want the allies to expand because we know what happens when allies expand. We see aircraft carriers, perhaps tens or twenties of cryocopters. They don't want that. We want allies to stay still. And our green allies just spamming lots of peacekeepers. And MCV is now chilling here. Well, what are you going to do? You can sneak over here perhaps to see or take down the collector. No, the game's pathing will not let you to do it. That will be quite difficult. Now, multi-gunner turret is on. Come on, my friend. You can do it. Well, that's a big, like... Okay, you take my base. Well, here is your collector. Oh, crashed MC. Crashed the engineer. Oh, that was close. Anyway, I think our guy will like... Okay, you took down my base. That's fine. But I will harass you and be nuisance to you as much as I can. And I will be after your collectors. That's the final blow I can do for you. I think as a retribution. Now our Soviets now being pushed away from the island. He's also escaping from the worst path you can possibly go away. Blue Allies' presence has been entirely decimated. Now he has only MCV, but I don't think he can do anything. Yes, he also... Right here. Oh no, this is the green one. Well, Malvin still has this engineer's just following and saying, "Okay, man, let's be honest. Let's give me the MCB back." Peacekeepers are now for deploying the multi-gunner IFBs, knowing that Empire is now swarming the top section of the area with infantry, and allies want to expand. That's the first thing. Allies have so many nice, niche, and strong units. You need a lot of money. Okay, engineer changing targets. Sneaky plays are coming. Nah, not very sneaky. Tengu's ever right already. Engineering has been neutralized, but this MCV is now struck. Well, seems like the yellow will be the first guy to be eliminated unless something wrong happens to this blue allies player. Libra pushes his enemy, securing this section of the map, easily scoring 6 refiners for himself, even perhaps 8 if he becomes aggressive enough. After all, attention of the Orange Empire is fixed on this spot as well. And eventually, Red will conquer the island and expand and take all of the refineries. Even so, he stole the he stole the oil derrick from the Orange Empire as well. So in time, he will take this one too. Okay, so many Tengus have arrived for... is this going to be an MCV snipe? Because you can't MCV snipe with this low of units. Still, he's trying to be annoying, I guess. Taking down buildings. And somehow, I think Blue is still alive. Yes, he's alive with his MCV. So much infrastructure damage coming from the Orange to the Teal allies. That's fine, you deploy the multi-gunner turret, but at this point you can deploy Unpacker MCV and try to crush these Tengus and force them to move away. Or you can lose your power plant by doing absolutely nothing. Now, the Red Empire also noticing that green is now completely safe. Also sees the MCV. This garrison was destroyed, but right now... Anyway. Orange is now retreating from Teal's base, and... Okay, Red doesn't want allies to expand to the sea expansion, but here's the point. I don't think you can supply so much war effort. You have so many strong enemies. You also have Orange, which is not bothering himself with you. You have Tengus, which is nice, but... with this one single mecha bay, you can't match against the amount of the Orange what he's going to spam. He's going to work tier 3, that's something else too. Maybe a super weapon? Okay, Red is going to change the shift of this warfare house, but it seems like he wants to attack the green. My man, okay. So green was playing safe for a very long time, and now he has to do something. He has to spend his money. The problem is he has only barracks. Okay, he also has ammo facility as well. So Blue is still trying to survive, spending the last bits of his credit. He has no refinery, he has no income. He's in between of Teal and Red, and also a little bit far from the green. Superpowers of this map. This Yari mini-sub is taking 3 shots, but 2 multi-gunner turrets is too much. So this infantry is going to suicide against this much of Tengus. I can't believe these peacekeepers can deal some significant damage to this army. You need at least armor. You need maybe 2 guardian tanks can at least scare these mecha Tengus away. Riot shot has been used, but not very effective. Now infantry dealing damage to these mecha Tengus, but well, Orange also decided to join the party. Now these Tengus are now moving close to the Peacekeeper so they can deal some splash damage. However, this was quite effective. The Red's army at least being fended away. But still, he's a bit relentless also. Yes, we get to see some aircraft carriers, and right on the time, we see assault destroyers as well. So all you need to do, my friend, now toggle the armor perhaps. Okay. Blue is still not giving up. Okay, he sold the MCV. The last bits of money. I wonder what he's going to use for. You could use a cryo shot and do something, at least take down a collector. And, well, whoa, that's a lot of Tengus. With the point defense drones, this Vindicator has been instantaneously sniped. And not so much units. And this time MCV is not very close. Okay, pack it up. We still have some repair. Oh, so many chopper VXs. Are there any multi-gunner turrets nearby? Ah, there's not. Okay, so you get to lose your MCV. When you play Carvel, there are so many garrisons, so you may consider at least filling these buildings with javelins. They are very strong. But with a measly army of Tengus, you can actually take down allies like this easily. And our man believing this is not enough, he wants to take down the airfield, but this javelin with star rank is very dealing so much damage from so far away. This Vindicator just fly away. I mean, he's going to die anyways. Take down one more, perhaps Tengu. This one, or maybe another one. On the other hand, Red is now taking matters seriously with Green no longer sending some Yari missiles, but sending his Tengu army to take down the aircraft carrier. After all, he lost his refinery as well. The Orange is still staying strong. He pushed back that hill, but that's terrible. Teal has no means of production, so Teal has been eliminated. This barracks can be just, you can send some suiciding army to take it away. So the game is between now 3 armies. Orange Empire, Red Empire, and Green allies. And Blue is just trying to be nuisance as much as possible. He wants to stay in the game. He wants to see what's going to happen. Or at least, if my Conqueror are going to lose before me. Now he is harmless, he can't do anything. Okay, he decided to give up. He sold everything. And now our blue allies has been defeated. So yellow Soviets losing the first, following blue allies. Right now we're going to see if Empire is going to lose or our allies. Our green allies constantly trying to consolidate this area, but just Tango harassment is too much. At this point, yes, double Mecha Bay against double Mecha Bay as well. So this will be mostly a battle that will favor of the Empire factions. This means only one thing. These both players are now swimming in the cash, and they want to spend their money.
I've seen it all.
Yes, I mean, Orange is now tanking 10,000 credit, and Allies is sitting on 8,000. But Besiktas is spending all of his money effectively. He's not overflowing with cash. The only problem is our allies guy. I mean, he can't do anything. At this point, all you can do is just swarm a lot of javelin over here with a line. So he will eventually take our barracks. At least deal as much as damage. As for example, a strike back. Because after all, this is the guy who is taking you down. So deal some damage back. Make it worthwhile for him. But Red is now, instead of finishing the green, he's now, I think... No, he's going back for the green. He wants to finish him off. He knows that allies must be controlled. Oh, this collector is now bugged. Not collecting ore. 2 Eternal Cannons. Well, that's unfortunate. Using Cryo Shot, which is nice. Aircraft carriers here. Are we going to see some EMP missile? Well, 2 of the Tengus every frost. That's something. This can give at least some experience for the aircraft carrier. After all, star rank aircraft carrier is as dangerous as any, for example, tier 3 naval artillery unit. Okay, so you have stunned a reasonable amount of Tengus, but you don't have an army. However, he's here having, I believe, lost all of these buildings must be occupied with javelins. Yes, so Tengus can't come here. Even if they come here, he will regret coming here. Teal is now trying an engineer trick. Oh, come on, you don't do this on... Aircraft carrier is like, not on my watch, son. Also, now Orange now going for tier 3 naval units, and we get to see Yuriko as well. This aircraft carrier is now at the mercy of the Yuriko. This assault destroyer can't do anything, flying over again. And Teal is ready to settle everything else with the... the Orange is going to settle everything with the Teal. Now Yuriko clearing the naval threat. But still he has... our man still has some naval threat. And some massive... Oh, that's a lot of VXs as well. The problem with Empire, you get to have a lots of Tengus first. VXs come very second. Come on. The Shoguns are now taking free shots, and at this point... well, that's a bit mistake. Just hold them ground, hold the Tengus ground, so these aircraft carrier drones can be sniped before dealing damage, but your Wave Force artillery can deal damage, and that's the problem. You have to control them carefully, or hydrofoils will be enough. They will be close enough to deal damage to you. Converse, you have to move them properly as well. And now EMP missiles comes. Tengu numbers are not enough, that's for sure. Teal has left the game knowing that this is too much. Probably use some nice words before leaving the game to Orange, bidding him a good luck. Just like any Red Alert 3 player would do. And now everything else is shifted to green. I think both of the players don't want to see any kind of allies in this game. Red is still constantly harassing the allies. He doesn't want him to take this expansion. And on the top, on insult to injury, now Orange shifted his focus after Teal to green. And, Green doesn't have an army to match these two powers. He has javelins in all of the buildings, that is fine. The only hope that he can have, knowing that they have destroyed their enemies so much that at the point of hard to recover, they can start battling with each other, like this one here. These Yari mini-subs are not doing perhaps anything, or try to snipe down the tier 3 Imperial dogs. Now the naval fight has begun. Since this is a FFA game, we get to see Shoguns at least dealing damage to also Red as well, but not so significant manner. But Red, knowing that this fight will eventually come to him, spreading his Yaris, but you get to do something with them. Harass Collector perhaps? Maybe Scouting. Anyway, numbers of the aircraft carriers are very safe. Maybe you can do something with this army, which is not very possible as well. There are so many Tengus once again. But Orange has lost his sea presence. Oh, that's a lot of Shoguns again. So that's fine, you have Yaris, but again, you're not doing anything with them. I think he is sending them away to prevent expansions. Also, Red is taking his share from Orange. Surprisingly enough, Orange and Red is not engaging in each other. They are all targeting the green allies. At this point, Libra is pressured a lot, because knowing that both players from both sides can attack him instantaneously. Like on here, Orange stationed with his Tengus, also King Oni has arrived. Not very wise, because again, they can be stunned very easily. After the pain and suffering came from the Red, he takes his refineries, but... okay, some infantry came here to clear everything. Okay, so super weapon. At this point, you got to know, for example, that your opponent is too strong. So, shouldn't you start attacking Reds? I mean, after all, if you destroy the red, if you destroy the green, then there will be nothing else between you and the orange. And the orange has now assigned a decimator. You are late, you're away from it. Okay, EMPs have been sent, but this MCV will be down. There's no way to save it. Suicide explosives are too strong, and there was no barracks nearby. But Orange lost a significant amount of his army. And also now these Tengus are shredding all of the units here. Now this Assault Destroyer can actually take down all of the strikers here, but they're quite fast, so I don't think that will be likely to happen. Okay, now the war spreads, and I think Orange starts to bombard the Red's base. He's stuck down in the middle of the map. He can't expand by any means. Meanwhile, Orange is very aggressively expanding to everywhere and pumping lots of units. Libra is starting to get low on the money. Cave, our Orange player, is still staying strong. And the Red is now also draining on the cash as well. I mean, both of our players having like around 2,000 credits. Meanwhile, our Orange Empire is very chill, having lots of money. You can even fly Tengus over your buildings and let them die. So, oh, some massive air fight. Somehow Red wins this one. Okay, because after all, he lost most of them for the MCV snipe of the green. Orange have had enough, I guess. Alright, here's the thing. You have aggravated a lot of players, Red. So, and you couldn't finish them off. These VXs are asking to be hunted by the Apollos. And they're going as well. And now this is what you're going to get. You're going to get attacks by the aircraft carriers. But here's a good thing. I mean, the green is now going back. He doesn't want to involve in this fight anymore because he knows the main enemy is right now the orange, not the red. Red is now in a stagnant position. I mean, surely he can anyway expand on the map again, but he can't expand away from the map. But that can't be said for the orange. He's now feeling safe, not touched, nothing is happening to him. It's quite safe. Making lots of money and having control over almost every refinery on the map. He's controlling half of the map, having the refineries on the half of the map. Even he's taking the Green's refinery spot. And Red worked so hard for this one. These refinery spots belong to Red, or Green at least. I mean, these are the de jure or refinery spots of the Green. And now Red wrestled for it, and now Orange is taking it. I mean, Red, are you going to stand for this? Like, go and... oh, lots of units are coming again. Alright. Time to strike back hard against the orange, I guess. Green is now doing some offensive. But orange is also... oh, that's a lot of Tengus and VXs as well. If there are any kind of hydrofoils, these are the time to use them. I think... okay, he has the MCV, which is fine, but there are so many of VXs and the Tengus. I mean, these hydrofoils somehow still survive, but dead again. At this point, you get to have barracks and lots of javelins, but I don't think even Green has any money left. It's a pretty much snowball for the orange, and Red is now sneakily watching everything happening here. Says, okay, it's time to win and settle this all. I will take down his production and take everything back. I mean, we say, rest in peace for the Green. I don't think Libra can save himself from this. I mean, his MCV still stands, but it's now time to strike back hard. Okay, deploy, my friend. Deploy. Deploy. You don't want to deploy. Okay, he doesn't want to deploy. He wants to take everything. Use your Tengus. Okay, you don't want to use your Tengus. Fine. Now take down the mecha base and the MCV, and the green will be, I'm sorry, orange will be over. Green is dead as well, most unfortunately. And my man, what kind of grudge do you have against the orange? Your base is now being destroyed by the red, and you are not even pulling your forces back. Now orange is slowly getting himself eliminated from this game. That's an interesting way. I want to see how much money Cave had while losing it, and yes, 17,000 credits. Beşiktaş has none of them, but use it effectively. Right now, his last unit production building is Imperial Dogs. I am sure right now Orange is congratulating this strategic genius of the Red, like complimenting how well he played and how effectively he timed the strategy, complimenting him how a tactical retreat he made, and then observed the map carefully, and meanwhile his base was unoccupied. He just swiftly went in and take down everything. I'm sure Orange is now feeling happy, learning a lot of things with this game. Meanwhile, Red having this non-attack mainframe, yet not even super weapon or going even tier 2 with his mecha bear, let alone tier 3. And with the last unit he has, which is a Shogun, and he's force firing, which is nice, but our Red didn't have anything there yet. And Libra knows that this is too much for him and left. Now the map is clear from the Allies' presence, but also our map is clear from the presence of Orange as well. He has lots of money, that's true, but he can't do anything. At this point you can make some fabs, how to say, some collectors. Ah, you have barracks. How nice is this, isn't it? Like, he has lots of VXs, Tengus, and everything else, and if you were allies, at least you may get some Javs, Black Troopers if you're Soviets, but you're Empire. Oh, sneaky. Ah, my man, this is what we call tryhard. Now the Red is determined to clear down every building Orange had left. At this point, this is a lost cause for Orange. You can't do anything. You let everything destroyed. You didn't pull back when the Red launched his entire army, sent all of the units to your base. And that's what will happen, for example, when you play against Empire, because after all, Empire can be a little bit annoying. Like, when you take down the base but not even attack the army, the Empire can just send all of the Tengus and deal some severe damage to your buildings. Whether with, attacking or suicide explosives. I believe for the most of the cases, Allies and Soviets can effectively stop it. For example, Mirage tanks are very effective against Tengus. Like, one Mirage shot takes down tank immediately. Or if you have Apocalypse tanks, you don't even need to move. Just move ahead and back, move forward and backwards, and then you can crush lots of Tengus immediately. And you can, with Soviets, you can recover, for example, production damage. You can get Crusher Crane or everything else. If Allies, you can use a Cryo Shot, maybe Chronochasm, if you have invested it. At this point, Green have tried, but honestly speaking, for two Empire players that are rich with the credits, hard to deal with. And now, slowly and steadily, Red is now clearing the Orange out of the map. Sure, you can get lots of infantry, but again, do not send them like this. Oh, okay. Now, this can change everything. Remember our guy have nanotech mainframe. So, you can upgrade it. And get yourself some nice fat units, Rocket Angels. After all, you have lots of money. You have more money than Red. That's for sure. You have now 30,000 credits, and the Red is now stagnant. Red has no income, by the way. These units are the Red's last units. And you don't need to have this nanotech mainframe. You can sell and get yourself a refinery core. He's now sitting on the base, knowing that red can't do... I'm sorry, knowing that orange can't pull off something. He's safe, but here's the thing. Meanwhile, red is taking easy. Nice block, by the way. Let's see how far this can go. Anyway, this is so far it can go. Knowing that red is now fooling around and try to take down buildings of the orange, instead of doing this, you can actually send your rocket angels, take down these buildings, and secure yourself the win. And that will be very simple. Rocket angels deal a burst damage, incredible burst damage. And I believe, just like many Empire players...
Are you my friend?
Okay, you also have rocket pods as well. So now they will deal a lot of damage to them. On top, I think I heard a Yuriko, but the question is, do you need a Yuriko? At this point, you don't need a Yuriko. Who got the Yuriko? I mean, if you have got it, where it is then?
Rocket Angel suited up.
And you could also upgrade this one. Okay, you can start to get rocket angels over this one. Oh, here it comes. The red is fooling around. All you need to do, just attack this Mechabay. Okay, Mechabay is down. They can't go back. They are very slow, and their turn rate is awful. Try to deal as much as damage to construction yard. And now you pissed him off. Now he will search you. Ah, the red is now have income, which is nice, but not going for long. Come on, man. You have Imperial Warriors against a guy who maxed lots of Tengus. And worse, now all of them are dead. I mean, I don't think Rocket Angels can fight against this much of Tengu. And you have two Tsunami Tanks, you could move them over here. Also, Shoguns are now moving for this refinery, I guess. And even if he takes the refinery, this will effectively end the red. I mean, he will not have any kind of income for a refinery core, which is cool. But again, the red has an army. My man, you could actually attack them. Red cannot replenish units. Try to deal as much as damage you can so your rocket angels can actually fight against this Tengu. You can make units, he can't. Okay, fine. Again, there are so many units. And there are some Yari mini-subs left from this game. The best thing is, I think there should be... Okay, there's a Yuriko
Rocket
here.
Angel suited up.
This is nice. So, Tengus will eventually arrive here. Do not move... Oh, that's quite unlucky, I have to say. Anyway, so I think this Yuriko can handle a few of the Tengus. Okay, now you know them. This is the moment. Go for it. Move to Tengus. Try to deal as much as damage you can. Try to... Oh, come on, man. They're taking it too... Oh, so these Yaris are now cleared. But again, this is not the biggest problem you can face with. I mean, these Yaris didn't do anything to you. Even if they wanted to do something, you can fix them immediately. Okay, now the game determining parts. Okay, he knows, I think, that Yuriko is here. Oh, he's using protocol powers. And... Ooh... More Tengus have arrived as reinforcements, and there are so many striker VXs, so you can actually start to take down some Shoguns. Oh, come on, man, you're taking it too easy. Ooh! I don't think that's a wise thing to do. I mean, there are so many Tengus out there, but this Yuriko is star rank. That's something. And now some pot shots have been taken. So oh, come on, man. He has more mobility than you. And besides, why are you running? Just attack them. I mean, Tango numbers are quite low right now. He doesn't have as it used to, and he's now had his MCV unpacked. I think he fears that maybe an engineer. Okay, he's not afraid of that. And now Yuriko is here, but I mean, you should garrison the Yuriko instead. Just move it over here. That was the best thing you can do. Uh-oh. Okay, Yuriko is now safe. Whatever you do, you should not lose this Rocket Angel. Believe me. The means of income is still here. If he has a ore refinery, he could actually pump out some collect. Okay, he has. So maybe try to get some collectors. I mean, you could use as main guns, and that can actually at least deal some damage to this guy. I mean, imagine moving 20 collectors to these power plants, so there will be only MCV to handle with. Ah, okay, time to get serious. Okay, but you will need like a 20 amount of it. Red is now using protocol powers and getting some tank busters, but how helpful is this going to be? I mean, you just throw your barracks. And your location was fine. All you need to do is just camping with your rocket angels here. And when you get like 100 of them, just move it over here. Why did you act? Oh, okay, that's quite nice. Tsunami tanks. But this is a bit risky. And that's the problem. If you lose Yuriko, you lose everything. And he wants you to lure to this base. The only issue is, again, you are not spending your money. For example, right now you have still good income. Okay, there we go. Now, my man, all you need to do just wait. This is patience game. Wait patiently. Wait until you have like 100 of collectors. After all, he can't just kill 100 of collectors without taking damage. Look at this guy. Our Red is patient, but also he is provoking you. Now this is mind games, see? You don't need to attack right now. He wants you to attack you, but you don't need to attack because he does not have means of production. He has no income. He has only MCV. So the worst can do to you is like he can use some stupid abilities on you. Meanwhile, you can get actually some units. And not only one, you have 2 refineries. So this means you can get more. So all you need to do, just wait. Wait until you feel safe enough to handle just how many Tengus are there. There are actually some Tengus. And 6 VXs. Now, VXs are the problem. But again, when you have lots of units, you don't need to feel something like that. See, he will only use these abilities. Oh, that's actually dealing a lot of damage, more than I expected. Okay, one tsunami tank has been sniped. Quite unfortunate, I have to say. But this is the best course of action you can take. I wish you had done this way sooner than before. And also, I hope you are not in low... Okay, you're not in low power as well, which is nice. Again, this is a baiting game. See? The action came from Red. He's running away. I wonder if this is a suitable place for a Shogun to deal damage, but I think not. Even though he is a star rank Shogun, which is nice, but... Ah, that's... Well, here's the thing, these 3 star rank chopper reaxes can do a lot of things, but here I think you don't need to move over here. All you need to have are these buildings. However, you need to protect them at least, otherwise you will lose the game because of you don't have any kind of buildings. Okay, that's nice. You can send your rocket angels as well, but keep your eyes peeled over here too. I mean, look at this damage. Now use paralyzing whip. Too late. Now use your Imperial Warriors. Oh wait. How did he die? I wish I checked it. Anyway, 2 valuable units from Red's army has been removed. See? You are winning the patience game. Now Red is being the impatient one, and see he's losing the units. Now he's trying to bait you. Don't go yet, because you have... Okay, you spent your money. I mean, at this point you can consider moving, honestly speaking. How will the strategy will be? That's the question. Like, for example, do you want to go for the instant generators first? MCV first? How are you going to execute it, my friend? This Imperial Warrior is not trying hard. I mean, at this point you can, I don't know, maybe... Oh, a bold move. Now MCV is unpacked. Okay, collectors are on the march. Now that's it. This is the final moment. This will be it or else. Now instant generator is... Take down the buildings. Take down the buildings. No! Okay, MCV is now being targeted. Lots of damage has been dealt. Now first generator is down. The second generator is almost moving. We couldn't take the last shot. What are you doing? No! Okay, MCV is also down. You can do it. Yes. See, this is the strategy. This is the patience game. The half of the game is micro, macro, and skill, and build order, and everything else, and the remaining is just a psychological warfare. And congratulations, because you have done it. At first, you took the bait, but now you are experienced and did the right thing. You didn't move like the Red did and try to chip away your buildings and damage to you by enemies. You patiently waited, made enough collectors, and swarmed him. And that's how it is done. So GG for you. Quite interesting game for a Kabul game, I have to say. And this is the payoff. I mean, how much just all you have collected. You even... If it were, for example, a little bit longer, I think you would have tripled the Red. But the Red was very aggressive and tried to like bark and bite everyone. And he took his fair share. Anyway, GG for all of them. Hopefully I will not get to see lots of Kabul games, but this one interesting, so we will see.